This is Rimu, a 26-year-old guy from New Zealand that I ran into on a Facebook stroke page on the 27th of July last year, 2023. And he found me through one of my comments, and we started talking. And this is filmed the first day that we started talking, around 10 months ago. So he just left hospital. As you can see, his hand was paralyzed. But I've literally spoken to hundreds of people over the past few years. And the very first day I spoke to him, I realized this guy is different. I spoke to him in the afternoon, and then I spoke to him again that night. This particular video is 6 weeks after he started speaking to me. I'm going to record more after this. The next video is on the 3rd month. So the first video was the first day I spoke to him. This video is 6 weeks later, and this video is 3 months.
Hi, my name's Rimu. Rimu, R-I-M-U. I was gonna show you my hand. This was paralyzed about 3 months ago. Fully, I had to carry it around like this, and it was pretty hurt the whole sole of that one, so I couldn't let that slide. My main goal was just fucking getting my fingers to go up, or just go up, because for me it was easy to grip, not grip, but squeeze my hand. Yeah, I started with a ball in hospital, a little squishy ball, stress ball, whatever you call it. The nurse had gave to me, and started with that. I was over the moon when I could finally get something out of it. Yeah, I started with a controller, a PlayStation controller. I had it was probably like little twitches like that, and with that I just used that little movement I did have to slowly just, I don't know, like I grab a PlayStation controller, but they have little analog things on them, joysticks, and slowly I just the little fucking little twitches I had, I could I'd push for at least 100. I'd just keep pushing the bar to fucking go bigger, wider, shorter, faster. I just fucked around and played around with it. Obviously it done something, and I just always kept, I don't know, like, I just picture it like my conscious just going through my arm, my whole body now, but my arm all the way through to my fingers. Just I remember a quote: "Focus your energy all on one point." So yeah, I don't have full control. I'm a high skilled. Usually on the video game, I do very well. I was ranked 600 in the world on a shooting game. Out of 35 million people, so my fingers aren't capable of reaching their maximum potential, but I've got a bar to hit now. Yeah, so I can do all those funny gang signs and shit now, just fuck around with it. But my main goal was just getting the cunt open, but yeah, now it's open. I've got something to work with now. It started from fuck all, so with that fuck all, you can do so much. Yeah, Tom's advice had kept me, held some sort of solitude with me. I remember one time Tom told me, you better get your fucking hand open or I'm coming over and slapping you. And I live in New Zealand, he lives in Australia.
This video is about Rimu, about the 26-year-old from New Zealand that I helped 9 months ago regain his hand. For anyone who's been in a stroke group any amount of time, you will know how hard it is to get your hand back. And how did I make it? I've helped other people make it, and I helped Rimu get it back. Okay. If you only try something from the physical approach, you will most likely fail. Why I didn't fail is because I was so badly paralyzed. Both arms, both legs, and both hands. So I didn't have my body was broken. I didn't have anything to, I couldn't even use my other hand to assist me because I didn't have a good hand. So in the second hospital, no, I started from the first hospital. I basically took the fight inwards and made this a mental challenge instead of physical. And that is why I've got my hands back completely, you know. And because of my own experience, I've been doing this for over 8 years. You know, from having been completely paralyzed, having part of your brain removed, to being able, everything's come back. My arms, my legs, I can walk. Now, I've tried to help a lot of people in the past. I've literally spoken to hundreds of people. And I'm getting really good at spotting the trends, spotting the, you know, the trajectory of this guy or this girl, whatever. When I start speaking to them, I kind of get a feeling what they're like, you know. Are they gonna fight for, are they gonna try, or are they just talking? And Rimu, I recognized on the first day, he was different, and he was like a sponge. He was taking up everything I was telling him. You know, I told him to watch my videos, and he watched it, you know. How did I know? Because he knew what I was talking about, and he was saying things from my video when we were chatting on video chat, and I go, hey, did this guy watch my video? You know. And like I said, I've spoken to hundreds of people. Majority, they don't want to spend the time. They find it too boring. So, you know, I can't help you if you don't want to help yourself. But Rimu, he wanted it, and I sensed it. So I helped him. And within 6 weeks, he got his fingers moving. And within 3 months, he's almost normal. And I spoke to him a couple of months ago, and he's working full time now. He's a tiler, so he lifts ceramic tiles all day. So it's possible if you first want it. And I've got the experience. I did it, so I know how it's done. You know, it's not like I tell people to watch my videos. First of all, just Google it. My YouTube channel is not even monetized. I don't get any money from the ads. You know, I make videos about recovery from stroke. Who wants to watch that? It's not something, you know, you can make money from. But I'm not doing it for that reason, because I recovered so well. I decided I need to pass my knowledge, you know, to other people, and people like Rimu, and people like the new girl in the US, the 29-year-old that's been paralyzed for almost 3 years. And if she spoke to any doctor or any physiotherapist, occupational therapist, they will probably tell her she's wasting her time. But no, she's talking to me, and I've got the experience. I don't have a degree or anything, but I've got 8 years of first-hand experience, and I recognize this woman, she will make it. She reacted almost the same way as Rimu, you know. They watched my videos, I kept on asking questions, and from the hundreds of people I've spoken to, they speak to you for 2-3 days and they fall off the face of the earth. They're gone, you know. They have no questions. And there's a saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. So I recognize that, you know. as soon as they go silent, hey, I'm out of there, you know. Another thing, the negativity kills. You know, when they start telling, oh, the doctor told me I've got permanent brain damage, then why are you talking to me? I'm not a doctor, you know. If your doctors tell you you've got permanent brain damage, then you need to speak to the doctor, not me. I've got massive brain damage too, you know. I didn't care. I didn't want to be a quadriplegic, so I fought it. I recovered my memory, and I used my mind to fight through. Doing some of the hardest stuff. You know, I spent almost a full year in hospital, 313 days in hospital, completely paralyzed, and I walked out, you know. Normally that's not even possible, but the doctors never met anyone so stubborn, so I guess I just didn't care what they were telling me, you know. The second hospital, the doctors told me, Tom, you're missing part of your brain, the part that controls movement. And I just ignored the guy. I just continued with my exercise. The last guy at the last hospital goes, Tom, you're not walking out of here. And again, I ignored the guy, and I proved that I worked harder to spite him, to prove him wrong. You know, you need to have this kind of people are doing this wrong. They're trying the physical approach. They're doing physio, they're going to see therapists, and they don't take into account you have to have the mental aspect. You know, why did I keep on succeeding is I use my mental skills. I kept on burning my bridges, you know. I kept on giving myself no option. And when there was option, I would find a way to give myself no option. And I've never said this publicly. People who spoke to me privately, I've told a few. You know why Rimu succeeded? I'm sure I didn't ask him, but I'm sure he won't mind. You know why Rimu succeeded? Because I burnt his bridges. I burnt this guy's bridges. How did I burn his bridges? So first of all, he listened to me. I told him to watch the movies, and he watched it. And all my recommendations, he was taking it on. So I knew this guy was, like I said, that saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Rimu was a very, very thirsty horse. I knew that from the beginning. That's why I was talking to him so much and trying to help him. And how did I burn it? Look, he's a 26-year-old guy. What life experience does he have? You know, he's basically at the beginning of his life. I was 41 years old. You know, I've lived in 6 countries. I grew up in Africa. I've been to 36 countries. I have a ton of life experiences. I started 2 businesses. So what did I do? I burned my bridges. And when Rimu came along, he's a 26-year-old. He doesn't have life experience, so I burned his bridges for him. Hey, anyway, Rimu, don't get embarrassed. I'm going to tell everyone. So from the beginning, he was listening to me. So I knew that. And then one day, I was full on blunt with him. I said, wake the fuck up, bro. I said, you're 26 years old. I said, what young girl is gonna fuck you with a limp hand? I said, if you don't want to pay for sex for the rest of your life, you better fucking get your hand working. And I scared the fuck out of him. And he did it like crazy every single day, all day, until he got it working. And the goal I set, people that have that I see can do something, I set a goal for them. And they accept, they usually work like hell. And for Rimu, the goal was, in 1 month's time, show me, because he gave me a thumbs up with his bad hand. He sent me a video on the first day, I think, or second day, watching my video in the lounge room. And he gave me a thumbs up with a good hand. I said, show me that with a bad hand in 2 months' time. And he said he'll do it in 1. So we set a goal, and he's fighting for it. And he said 1 month. he didn't quite reach it, but he did it in 6 weeks. And then within 3 months, I told him, Rimu, record a video, so we can try to help others. And that's the video you just watched. So if you don't take on this obstacle using physical and mental approaches, come on. As you've been in the group for a long time, most people who get paralyzed, one arm, one leg, whatever, a lot of them don't get it back. Now, why did I get both my hands back? Why did Rimu get his hand back? Because he listened to someone who's done it before. And the new girl, Rookie, she's gonna do it too. I sensed it, and I called it, and I publicly posted about it, and she's gonna make it. Almost 3 years paralyzed, almost 3 years. Anyway, it's possible if you know the approach, use mental and physical together, and you've got a much better chance.